Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome. So glad you guys are joining me today for our YouTube Live. I've got some really fun cards today, and I know how much you guys love fun folds. This is an interlocking Z fold card. So you see the little flag. When you pull it, the card, it's so cool. So we've got one that is in vertical, and I'm going to show you another one, and this one's going to go horizontal. Aren't those so fun? I love these. I cannot wait to share these with you. Let me go ahead and head over here, bring my friends on the screen. And of course, my nose is going to start to run because we're suddenly live. Is that how it always goes? Oh, let's see. We need to get all of you guys on here.
Hold on. Sorry.
Have you got it? I can do it.
You can. I need you to do it because we got deleted from Facebook and I had to reset it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
But I think we should be hopefully on Facebook.
I know. It's, technology around here is always something fun, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, so before we went live, we were having just a couple audio problems. Would someone just let me know if I sound normal? Whatever normal is, I don't even know anymore. But as Christina put it, you sound like Cher singing "Do You Believe in Love?"
It sounds like she's got an auto-tune filter on. So,
and I'm very anti-auto-tune. You know,
yeah, we're real singers in this family.
That's right. Anyway, I'm not seeing. There we go. Marjorie says I'm normal.
Yay! My little girl, normal.
As normal as possible. Thank you, Anne.
Oh, dear.
And Christina, when we get going, there's a little dog who's ringing a bell.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
The little bell, he's got his bell and he rings it, and that's the signal he needs to go out. So we're going to let Christina go let the dog out. Always when we go live, right? It's like he knows. Oh, this will get attention. Yeah. Oh, Roxy wants out. So Roxy doesn't know how to ring the bell. So Tugger will ring the bell for her. It's so cute.
It is cute.
And, yeah. And
it's very sweet.
He is. And when he rings it, you guys, it's really cute because he's this little corgi terrier mix. So he's got the short legs with the terrier face, but he rings the bell and he just goes, ding. He just takes his little paw and, but then like in the middle of the night, sometimes he does it, but then it's ding, 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 ding.
What's scary?
We're not real fast to get out of bed at 2 a.m. Yeah.
He's given me a reversed Pavlov effect because I was watching TV the other night and like the scene was in a hotel and somebody rang a bell and I jumped up from the couch before realizing I'm not with that dog. He's not at my house. That bell was on the TV.
I'm going to zip over here. Lori just said she couldn't find today's live except through the link in the thank you, Lori. You know what? I'm going to make that public. That's I somehow had it unlisted. No wonder I got an email from someone else saying, are your lives not free anymore? And I'm like, no, they're free. Okay. Sorry about that. Hopefully everyone's finding it now. Oh, my goodness.
Got the notification.
Thank you. I'm so glad you said something. I had no idea. Well, it's a day, guys.
Well, and that's, and that's what happens when you work ahead and we always make sure we unlist things for a while.
Yeah.
And then, things happen.
All right. Well, that would be why we probably don't have as many people online with us.
Yeah, let's give them a few seconds. And
we'll give it another minute.
I was just remembering when you were talking about Tugger and the bell. When he was a puppy, he would grab the bell and run through the house.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he loved to bat that thing around. Yeah.
And I remember you had to actually get him where you made him go outside if he rang the bell because that was like, hey, mom.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, and guys, I apologize that it's going to take us just a little while to get started, but
I found you.
But Nancy's saying still not on yet.
She just said showing up now.
Oh, it is. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. And of course, now I'm seeing a lot more people come on live because I'm like, that's not normal. So
we've still got our friends on Facebook.
We do. Well, thank
you
for everyone on Facebook.
Nick is joining us today after a long time.
I need to connect with Nikki. And
this is Nick. This is Nick.
Oh,
Nick Ross.
Nick. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Nick.
It's been a bit.
We love Nick.
We do. We love Nick. We're so glad he's here. All right. So real quick, just for those of you that are just popping on, my apologies. It seems I did not make the live public. So it is now. So for those of you that have been on with me for a little bit, let's give everyone a chance to get on to the live because I don't know.
Because
I'm a moron and forgot to turn it on.
Because you're human and those things happen.
Do very often. So, all right, something I need to add to my list of things to do. Let's make sure it's like, you know what? Technology. I'm telling you, you got to make sure the microphone's turned on. You got to make sure the Wi-Fi's turned off because I'm hardwired. You got to make sure this and this and this.
You got to make sure the computer has a webcam. I mean,
right. Oh, you guys. I spent an hour trying to do a live with my team and I could not get it to work. And I'm like, it says it's connecting, but it's not. There's, I can't find it. And I'm messaging my husband like crazy. Like, what am I doing wrong? I got a new computer. And he was in a meeting. So he says, I got out of my meeting and there's 14 messages from his wife. And he goes, oh, I forgot to tell you, you don't have a webcam on that computer. Well, that would explain why I could not connect to my team. So he got me a webcam. Thank you, Amazon, for fast delivery. So I now have a webcam.
It is. Oh, good. People are saying that you're worth the wait. I agree. Connie, you are worth the wait.
Thank you guys so much. All right. Well, I'm so glad everyone's joining. And again, my apologies for that weird thing that happened. That was totally on me. Right. So, well, with that, I am going to go ahead and pop back over here. So you can see what we're making today because most of you did not get to see it. So we're going to make these really cute interlocking Z-fold cards. So you can see there's a little flag right here on the side and you pull that and you get this super cool card. So we're going to make one for the kiddos. We love that. And so that one, of course, is a vertical one or a horizontal. This one is a vertical. So you can see there's my little flag and you're going to pull and it's going to do that. So fun. I'm really excited to share these. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and jump in. Are you guys good with that? Brenda, Christina, you're muted, but that's okay. We're going to jump in.
Yep, we're good. Let's do it.
Okay. So let's go ahead and talk measurements here. And guys, I do have, if I can grab it here, I've got a free download for you that goes along with the video. So you're going to have the photos and the measurements and the supplies. You can scan the QR code. That'll bring you right back here to today's live. So if you need to watch the video again, you'll have that there. And of course, that's the tutorial is today's video. And also, guys, if you are in the United States and you are looking for a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'm your girl. So you can order any of the supplies I'm using on today's card right here. There's the link. It'll take you to my online store and you're going to see all of these items. So you can order anything that you want there. Okay, friends, shall we jump in? All right. So I'm going to start here. I've got a basic black card base that is 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. Pretty basic stuff. All right. We have that. I have 2 pieces of real red cardstock that are 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to do some stamping on one of these. And guys, I'm going to be using the Be My Valentine. Can I just tell you, I have used this stamp set so many times. And I don't think if I've used it as a Valentine card, it was maybe one time. I use this stamp set all the time. So who cares that it says Valentine? Because does so much more. So we're going to use this and I'm going to grab just a piece of some scratch paper here. And I'm going to start with a real red ink pad. We're going to do some stamping. In this stamp set, we have 2 hearts. Okay. So I'm going to start with the larger one And friends, we're just going to randomly stamp these hearts all over our cardstock. And then we're going to fill in with the smaller one. So now we'll take this little one. And I shot the reel earlier and I have red ink all over me. I'm just not terribly neat. And always with a color like red, right? Something that really stains. Whoops. Let's get that one again. Didn't get that one very good. Okay. I think that's enough. And now, no, I missed this one. My goodness. Better. It'll probably end up getting cut out anyway, so it's not going to matter too much. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to take our basic black card base here. We're going to take our stamped cardstock, and this is really important. Only go around the outside. So if you're one that likes to use your multi-purpose glue and you like to squiggle it all over, don't do that on this particular piece, okay? We just want it on the outside edges. Black on this black background, I know is very hard to see, but there we go. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and take the other real red, and it's going to go here on the inside. This one, of course, you can add adhesive wherever you want. We're going to add that to the inside of our card. Okay, now let's do some magic. I'm going to show you how we're going to cut the square that's going to kind of create our little window. We're going to be using the stylish shapes dies and the squares. By the way, you can do this with the circles as well. I'm just using the squares today. So we are going to take the largest square, and I'm going to line that up right there. Let's see if I have some of my Post-it note tape. I love my Post-it note tape. So I'm going to center that up on all three sides. So the top and the sides. And I'm just going to hold it there with my Post-it note tape. Time to grab my handy dandy die cutting machine here. I love Stampin' Up's die cutting machine. It's such a good tool. Okay, let's get, here we go. We need base plate 1. Base plate 1, the thin die adapter, and our 2 cutting plates. I grabbed the wrong thing. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to place that right there. We're going to put a cutting plate on top. And because we are going through 2 pieces of cardstock, I'm going to have you run this through your machine once, okay, till you hear it pop. There we go. And now I'm going to go back through. Because it is going through 2 layers, I want to really make sure, and let me kind of pop it, make sure it's all cut before I remove anything. Yep, it did. All right, so I'm going to set that down. All right, friends. So this is going to pop out of here. Remove your Post-it note tape very carefully, because even though it's Post-it note tape, it's still kind of strong. This must be a fresh piece, because boy, does it want to stick down. Ooh, there we go. Now, these 2 pieces that are going to pop out of here, we're going to use those, okay? Because I don't waste anything, do I? All right. Goodness, that tape is strong. Okay, let's get that out of the way. We have these 2 pieces, and we're going to be using those. So, and let me go ahead and show you, because we're kind of here, I'm going to bring in the stylish shapes again, and we're going to use this flag. I'm going to flip it over because I want just a solid red. I don't want those hearts. And we're going to die cut a flag, okay? Through the magic of television, I have that done for you, all right? So you're going to do that. And I almost lost the card there. Let's do some stamping. Yay for stamping. I have got a piece of basic white, and this is scored. This is 6 3/4 by 5. With the 6 3/4 at the top, you're going to score it at 2 inches and 4 inches. So easy scoring. We're going to go ahead and fold and crease our cardstock with our bone folder. Let's do some stamping. We're going to bring in our Real Red ink pad once again. And so this is going to be the sentiment on the inside. You'll always be the one for me. And you know what? We're going to bring in, this is going to be for the front of my card. This is a 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. And we're going to go ahead with our Real Red and stamp this way up here at the top. Pardon me, I can't quite see. I love you no matter what. And next, we're going to bring in Darling Duckling. Oh, so darling. And can I just tell you, this is one of my favorite stamps ever. I love this little flower. So we're going to stamp a flower there and there because it's cute. And all over this middle panel. Okay. Just add some flowers here. And where's my scrap paper? Sometimes whenever I need to, I just have to go off the ends. All right. Now, I like this flower, but I like it to have something in the center. So I'm going to bring in my dark basic black Stampin' Blend. You could use your Stampin' Write marker, okay, or a Sharpie. I mean, whatever you got. And we are going to just give the center of our flowers a little dot. Okay. Pretty easy. All right. We are now, let's see. I think we're going to keep stamping and then we'll put everything together. How about that? Okay. So for our focal image, Azure Afternoon, a color I do not use very often. But I'm going to take a small blending brush. Let's get some of that ink off of there. And for my bee, that's my focal image, I wanted to have a little sky behind it. And I thought this color looked really nice. So we're going to do a little blending right there. And now it is time to bring in some pieces, and we're going to be stamping in our Memento Black. So I've got a couple extra pieces here. These are both just some scraps. Okay. Whatever you got. We're going to start with the body of the bee. And we'll stamp that there. On this one, we're going to stamp the wings. Okay. Again, just a little scrap. We're going to do that. On our sentiment, or a greeting, I'm sorry, the greeting iron in the front, we're going to take the flight. And really all I need to worry about, I just kind of want the little swirl there to be on the side. Okay. And I think I'm going to have to do my other stamping here in just a second. So let's go ahead and do a little work on the wings. Wink of Stella.
Real quick, I just want to shout out, we've got a lot of international friends on today. We've got a couple of friends from Australia. We've got Ann-Kristin from Sweden.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome everyone. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad, who knows what time it is where you are. So kudos and shout outs to you. Thanks for joining us.
It is 2 a.m. for one of our friends in Australia. She said
my
sleep
goodness.
was evading her. And I said, well, this is the perfect place to go when you can't sleep.
All right. So I was about to punch this. And as you can see, I did it incorrectly. So we're going to try this again. That's why it's just a scrap. It's just a scrap. So let's see. I think I'll go at it this way. It's going to be adhered down. So no one will know. All right. Like I said, just a scrap. So we're going to bring in the Bee Builder Punch. And Brenda just shared with me, she saw someone use this Bee Builder Punch as a word bubble. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it is a perfect little word bubble, isn't it? I love that. Okay. Now we're going to, whoops, don't put that away just yet. I'm going to punch my wings. I wanted my Wink of Stella to have a moment to dry. And we'll line that up in the punch, maybe. You know, it's one of those, you got to hold your tongue just right. By the way, how many of you noticed that the wings and the punch are also a heart? Those artists at Stampin' Up! Are so smart. Oh my gosh, I love that. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and kind of put our bee together here. So adhesive, where did you go? There we go. I am going to add my wings. Let's add, you know what, I better put some adhesive here on the wings too. We don't want our bee to fly away and not stay on the card. Okay, we'll add that. Now we're going to bring our basic black in again, and we'll stamp her a little face, and we're going to give her some antennae. All right, I think, guys, I think I'm done with all my stamping, and we're ready to put a card together. My goodness, this thing goes together so fast. All right, here we go. We are going to start. Let's start with the inside of our card. I am only going to put adhesive on this section here on the back. Okay. And when we adhere this down, we're only going to work on the 3 sides. Okay. Diane says she loves the Bee Builder punch. I do too, Diane. I just think it's a cute. I was going to say it's cute as can be, but I wasn't even trying to make a pun, and I did. All right. We're going to add that. And you see this is just going to kind of accordion fold, and we're going to close our card. This section right here, this is so easy because you can see this is where you need adhesive. So when the card is closed, it makes it super easy to know where to put adhesive. Remember that black square that we cut from the center of this? We're going to use it. And you're just going to center it up in the window. Really take your time to make sure you're getting that centered, okay? Because we need this card to open and close. All right. So kind of take a moment here. All right. Yep, I'm good. Okay. Remember our little flag that has hearts on the back. We're going to fold it in half. And you don't need to score it with your with your scoring tools or anything, because this part down here, no one's going to see it. So I'm not worried if it's a little bit wrinkly or anything. We're going to close this up. Okay. So that's our little flag. Now on this card, you need to make sure you put it on the left side because that's how it's going to open. I'm telling you this because when I shot the reel, I put it on the wrong side. I'm telling you, it has been a day that I'm like, should have had more coffee today, you know? All right, we're going to center it up here on the left side of our card. All right, now to add this to the front, we're going to use Stampin' Dimensionals. All right, so let's get one in each corner. And I think I'm going to put one right here just to kind of hold that in place a little bit. There's no right or wrong. There are people who love to add a million dimensionals, and some just like to add them in each corner. You do you. But dimensionals are a really affordable way. Well, what did I do? Come here, you. There we go. All right. They are a really affordable way to add a big wow factor to your projects. Okay, so this is going to go right here, centered up in that basic black. I'm now going to add a Darling Duckling bow. This textured ribbon is fantastic, and it ties really pretty, right? It ties gorgeous. I'm just going to press a mini glue dot, or press the center of the bow there on a mini glue dot. And we're going to add this right here. Oh my gosh. Boom. Stands up. Absolutely adorable card. I think they're going to know to pull that little tab. If they don't, they're still going to do this. And it typically kind of locks in to the opening because it's the exact same size. So even if they don't quite get that, it's still going to stay in place. Okay, friends. Christina, are you ready to share a video with everybody while I clean up and reset? She's on mute. All right. I'm going to let her do that.
Okay, wait, I'm here.
Yay!
There it is. Hi, everybody. We want to thank our awesome channel members, our Simply Simple supporters. We appreciate your support so much. Our Funfold friends, you guys get those awesome diagrams and measurements, and we adore each and every one of you guys. And then we, of course, have our Fancy Fold fanatics. They get the full written tutorial. They get the special social hour before the happy hour.
And that's coming up, too.
That's coming up, yeah, Tuesday, August 12th. We will have our next happy hour live, and it's going to be great.
It's going to be fun. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys being a part of the membership. We have so much fun. I like to share that. It gives me a chance to reset everything because, you know, my desk is only so big. And so, friends, I think we are ready with our next card. Yeah.
We are pointed at your head, just a heads up.
I have got something that just popped in my memories from way back when we first started stamping. Do you remember when we'd get our stamps and we had to cut them out and mount them? And we saved all the leftovers to pop up our images, all that foam, and we'd save it so we could pop up those images.
Yeah, did
I forgot about that.
We were very frugal.
Well, we didn't have any other way to pop anything up.
Yep. And, you know, now, let's see. Well, all my stamps are photopolymer, so I can't show you. I keep the red rubber, and I mount it inside my stamp case, so I make sure I have all my stamps. So if you have red rubber stamps,
we were finding those little pieces of red rubber all over the house. I had completely forgotten about this, but that's a memory.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, stuck to the dog and everything else, right?
Always. Yep.
All right. Well, let's go ahead. We're going to move on to card number 2. And friends, this one, like I said, this one is now a vertical. So if you've got something that you want to go in the vertical mode, we're going to use this card here. I did speed things up just a tiny bit for you. So remember on our first card, we stamped a background, right? Well, this time I used some of the Paintingly Pears. That's a creative name. Paintingly Pears Designer Series paper that was 4 by 5 1/4. I adhered that down. Remember, I only adhered it down on the edges. So I have these 2 pieces that were cut out. It's all the same. All that's the same. Remember, we're saving this. We're going to use it. By the way, I've got Flirty Flamingo. I forgot to tell you. 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And so the remaining piece of Designer Series paper, we're going to flip that over. And whoops, not that one. That's too big. Let's try the smaller one. We're going to die cut our flag. And I thought I had one already die cut, but it looks like I don't. So let's go ahead and die cut it real quick. All right. And it is pretty easy to do. We're going to lay that right there. And we'll just die cut our flag from the opposite side. Oops, and I've dropped a die. I got to pick it up because then the dog will get it and I'll never see it again. Okay, friends. Here we go. So for the inside of my card, of course, this one's a little bit different as well. So I've got Very Vanilla, and this is 4 inches by 8 inches. My scoring on this one, so I had the 8 inches up at the top. You're going to score at 1 1/2 and 3 1/2. And just like before, we're just going to crease our score lines. So this one's going to go this way. Let's do some stamping. Of course, we're going to use the Perfectly Pears stamp set on this one. I got to tell you, I was not sure how I felt about this stamp set when I saw it. I'm using it constantly. I mean, if you guys follow me, you see I just keep using this card or this stamp set. Secret Sea and Granny Apple Green are my colors today. So let's see. We'll start here with our greeting on the front. And we are simply going to say up here in the upper right corner, a good friend is a gift. Okay. We're going to take the smaller pairs. Remember, there's a smaller pair and a larger pair. We're going to take this 2 smaller pairs. We'll put those right there. I think these speckles are like my favorite part of this stamp set because pairs have speckles, right? So we'll add our speckles to our pair. Down here in the corner of my card, we've got these fabulous little flowers. We'll stamp those in the corner. And check this out. We even have little centers to the flowers. So cute, right? Okay. I am done with the Secret C. We're going to bring in some Granny Apple Green. And we'll bring in, I love 2-step stamps, friends. You know I love them. Joanne says, I just love these high impact cards that are so simple to make. Amazing. I love that. Thank you. Yeah, they really are pretty darn simple. And, you know, we love those cards that look like they're complicated. And we can let our friends believe they're complicated, guys. Oh, I forgot to, I'm talking to myself. I'm like, where am I? I'm talking to you and you can't see me. Okay, so there is our stamping. We're going to bring in our Stampin' Blends. Let's see. They did not make it out of the box. Okay. I have got, this is the 300 and 400. These are the medium deep natural blends. And then I've got the Darling Duckling. So let's go ahead and start here. I think 300 is the darker one. Let's see. Yeah, it is. So with the darker one, I'm just going to kind of give the middle of my leaves here a little color. I think I'll go ahead and get the stem as well. Okay. Then I'll come in with the lighter one and we'll blend. And you could use, I mean, if you wanted to come in with your pecan pie, you could do that. Your crumb cake even probably would look good. So these are just the colors that I'm using. But it is nice that I did not have to color my pairs and that I had the 2-step stamp to color those in.
Real quick, Connie.
Yes.
Nancy wants to know which die set was used to make the squares and the flag.
Stylish Shapes. It's been around forever. It's a fantastic die set. Highly recommend. You'll use it so many different ways because you've got the circles, you've got the squares, and you've got the banners. I mean, you got it all right there. It's awesome. Okay. Yeah, good question. Okay, now we're going to go in with our Darling Duckling. And I sometimes just like to kind of trace out a little bit. Friends, you know how it is with Stampin' Blends. There's no right or wrong. And if you wanted to just use your Darling Duckling marker, oh goodness, feel free because that will work as well. We'll just do some quick coloring here. And we're going to add this to the inside of our card. All right. Yeah, just like Joanne said, these cards just go together so fast. All right. So just like before, we're only going to put adhesive on this area. Okay. NJ Card Maker, what are the 300s? Can you bring them still? Can you buy them still? I think is what she says. Yes. So if you'll just look under Stampin' Blends, and it's called the medium deep. You could even search medium deep combo and you're going to find it, Nancy. So yep, that's where you'll find that one. Okay. So we can see our card is all built correctly. We're going to close this up. It's real easy. You can see that's the panel that we want to put adhesive on. All you need to remember is where to fold. And we'll take the die cut And remember, like I said, take your time getting that set right inside. You want to make sure you're getting that right inside there. Give it a little test. Yep, we're working. Okay, so here's the little banner that we cut. Remember, we want the opposite side. So we're going to fold that. We're going to adhere it together. But this one, don't put it on the left side. You're going to put it at the top. Okay, so come on, adhesive. So these are, get that all lined up. These are a little bit different where you're going to adhere that. So we'll put adhesive right here. You only need a little bit of the flag. Center it up. We'll add that there. We're going to come in with our Stampin' Dimensionals again, friends. The card is almost done. It's just amazing how quickly these cards come together. Again, I'm going to put a dimensional right there to kind of give that a little extra security. You could even tape it down if you wanted to, just a little Scotch tape, just to make sure it doesn't cut loose. But I haven't had any issues with it. I mean, somebody's really tugging on it if they get it to come off of there. All right, let's add this right here. And then we're going to come in with a little ribbon and our card will be done. By the way, the measurements here, this one is exactly the same, very vanilla. 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. And now some ribbon. Where did my ribbon go? Well, you know what? I don't know where my ribbon went, so I'm going to show you. You're just going to tie your ribbon right here, just around the card and tie it in a bow here on the side. And ready? We pull. And the magic happens. Such a fun card. Let me go ahead and bring in my first one. Guys, these are just amazing and super fun cards. I really like these. And they're just, they're just kind of like, as Christina always calls it, it's her grown-up fidget spinner. So she loves these kinds of cards that she gets to play with. So, all right. Hey, let me show you what we're creating next week. I've got a couple really cool, amazing cards. It looks a little odd when you first see it, but this is what we're going to create. And I want you guys to see, let me lay this flat. It's an 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. We're just going to do some creative cutting to create this really amazing card. You're going to write your message right there. This is that Charming Day paper. Ooh, love it. This card's going to be way fun. Oh, who's coming back? That little bee is coming back. And guys, I just found out this paper just landed on the last chance list on Tuesday. Get it before it's gone. It's the cutest paper, and it is not just for Valentine's Day. I promise you, it's cute as can be because the name of it is Cute as Can Be. Thinking of you brings a smile to my face, and look at our little smiling bee. Cute cards for the kids. How I managed to bring in the bee twice in a week, I don't know. But there's a couple different ways you can mail this one. You can mail it like that if you need to. And then when they open it, they're going to see how it's going to pop open. So super fun cards. That's what we have in store for next week. That should be the 14th of August. So I hope you guys will make plans to join me. I'll do my best to make sure it's actually turned on for you. Okay, let's see. I've got a little time here. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Judy says, fabulously done. God bless you. You made them simple but impressive. Thank you so much. It's kind of been a little bit of a crazy day around here. And when I made my reels, I had errors. So thank you. Sometimes I just need to hear that it's looking good. I appreciate that. Lisa Marie says she loves that one. Melody says, I'm definitely making this card. Thanks, Connie. You are so welcome. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Diane, super fun tutorials. I can do that. I love to hear that. Yes, you can do it. It really is an easy one to make. Christine says, I can't wait to try this. Lovely cards today. Thank you. Stephen. Hi, Stephen. So fun and looks fun to make. Yes, it is. Give it a try, Stephen. I'd love to see what you make. All right. Let's see. Oh, Lori says beautiful cards. Kathy says cute cards. Okay. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying these. Thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of the video today. Do me a favor. If you liked it, there is a thumbs up button when you're on YouTube. If you'll click that thumbs up button, if you're over on Facebook, you can click the like button. I always appreciate that. And if you have not subscribed, just click the subscribe button. Again, we're talking on YouTube. You can click the subscribe button, or you can follow me on Facebook. And when you click that, at least on YouTube, when you click subscribe, turn your notifications on by ringing the bell. YouTube will let you know whenever I'm live, and I'd love to have you join us. We share twice a week here on the channel, and we want you to be a part of it. Now, if you really love your paper crafting and you're ready to step things up a notch, check out my YouTube membership. Friends, if you like fun folds, this is where I kind of bring the ultimate fun fold, okay? The ultimate fun fold. And we create it together live, nice and slow. So we do all the cutting and we're okay. Do we all have these pieces cut? Great. Let's move on to the next step. And we literally create the card together. We take, no, it just depends. Usually it's about an hour and a half or so because we are taking it nice and slow. We're visiting, we're laughing, we're having fun. And when you're done, you're going to have one of those over the top fun folds, but we have done it together and we all create together. No stampers left behind. We love creating together, and that is one of the big perks over on the membership. But the other thing is, if you like written tutorials, consider being a fancy fold fanatic. You'll get written tutorials and diagrams, and you'll get the happy hour where we create the over the top fun fold. But there's also a tier 2, and that is for fun fold friends. If you like those diagrams, this is the membership for you, because you're going to get the fun, the diagrams, and then of course you're going to get the happy hour that we do. But maybe none of that is your jam. Maybe you just want to leave me, as I like to call it, you want to tip me. You can also become just a supporter, which you can just say, hey, Connie, thanks for sharing twice a week on YouTube and sharing these ideas. I want to become a supporter, and just send a little moolah your way. I always appreciate that. Well, friends, with that, I'm going to close. Thank you. Thank you all so much for being here. Have a fantastic day. Enjoy. I can't wait to stamp with you next time. Bye-bye.